God, that is so nice. This is just so comfortable and got like virtually no muzzle rise. For 45 coming out of here, it's so manageable.
Plastic, you won't hear it.
I saw that.
You can hear it thump that plastic and just
yeah.
thump, thump.
Hey guys, we're here with Mike from KRISS USA. We had a great time on the range yesterday firing their new line of Vectors. They got a bunch of enhancements for this year, so I've got Mike here that's going to go over a couple of those. The first thing I noticed is you guys are coming out with a couple of color patterns now, right?
Right. So we're going to basically have the standard black, and we're also going to have two colored versions, Cerakote in flat dark earth and also OD green.
Cool. So we got Cerakote here, Cerakote FDE here,
Yep.
And as we move over this way, we've got the OD green.
Exactly.
I like that a lot. I mean, you know, especially since you guys went to the new buffer tube style of rear stock.
Yep.
You know, a lot of guys have their mag pulls that they like so much that come in color. So that's neat. You can match it up with the whole rifle and just give it a unique look.
Well, and that was the thing, because we know that after, you know, with so many Americans being AR-15 owners,
Right.
they always have bins and bins of AR accessories. So we decided to make sure that we had an AR stock adapter last year to be able to give people different options for their stocks. Now, one thing to note, it doesn't fold, but it allows you a greater length of pull adjustment.
Exactly.
And so what we have here is basically our Vector with several different accessories that you can, you know, change out on your existing Vector. So one of which is our barrel shroud. It'll ship standard with a cylindrical barrel shroud, but those who want something a little bit more, a little bit different, you can actually go with this barrel shroud. It's rectangular and it, you know, accommodates with the lines of the Vector.
It does match a lot better. I noticed this is kind of the Gen 1 version. You know, it looks good, it looks cool, looks like a suppressor, but then you come up here and this one just matches the lines of the gun a lot more. It just gives it a cleaner look and feel.
Exactly.
I think that's really cool. So will this ship separately? Say I bought one of these a year ago. Can I order this and give it that kind of updated look and feel?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And we'll make it available through our dealers and also our web store as well.
Very cool. All right. Now, you guys came out with some changes to the overall platform of the gun. I noticed that yesterday on the range. So we had a chance to play with the kind of Gen 2, or is that what you're calling it?
Yes.
So we had a chance to play with the Gen 2 version yesterday at the range. Very cool. A couple enhancements. I know that it's not out here because you guys are still doing the T&E on it out at the range and Machine Gun Vegas and stuff. So walk us through a couple of the differences on this one here, what you can expect to see on the Gen 2.
Yeah, so one of the major things that we wanted to have a change to is the safety selector. Now, we've received feedback from different users where it was difficult for them to disengage the safety without breaking the grip, which was, for a lot of people, it's not possible. So what we did was we changed the angle on the safety so that all you have to do is do a short 60-degree throw and it's already you know, ready to fire.
I noticed that yesterday on the Gen 2 version, it felt a lot more like an AR selector switch rather than kind of having to break your grip and come up here if you have smaller hands.
Exactly.
You know, I've got decent sized paws, so I can click it pretty easily, but you know, anybody with smaller hands, it's a little bit more difficult on the Gen 1.
Right, exactly.
So
and then to push it forward to get to this position, if you have smaller hands, it's very difficult to push it there without breaking your grip. And that was one of the changes we made. Another subtle change we made was to the texturing, so we have a little bit more texturing going up towards the rail, so that way when you have a higher grip, you know, your hands are less likely to slip. Also with the pistol grip as well, we had the texture in the back. I mean, little things like that, you know, in case your hands are sweaty or you have some sort of moisture, it's easier to be able to, you know, hold on to the Vector while you're using it. Another thing, which is pretty key, is going to be the trigger. Now, the standard trigger goes forward and back, so it's more of a sliding type trigger. The new one is going to be pivoting, and there's a little bit more of a positive reset compared to the existing one. The existing one, the reset's pretty good. It's still very positive, but we just enhanced it that much more.
I noticed that yesterday. I had it over on single shot, and I was, you know, taking some decent range shots. You know, I think it was 75 yards or something like that.
Right. Yep.
So I was clicking it, and I could feel the trigger reset was a lot different. It felt a lot smoother, a lot more crisp. It felt like you could do a little little bit more precision style shooting, which I know is kind of ridiculous at 100 yards with a 45, but it happens.
Yep. It can be done.
It can be done. But yeah, it just had a different feel to it, and I really liked it. So I'm happy with that enhancement as well.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that's changing for the Gen 2 version?
So, and the biggest thing for us is going to be the fact that we're going to be releasing Gen 2 with the 9mm. So, and the 9mm will still be Glock magazine compatible. So there are a lot of Glock 17 users out there in the market, you know, who have plenty of 17-round mags and 33-round mags. Of course, it's all compatible. And you know, if you love the same recoil mitigation system that we have in the Vector, well, guess what? It's also in the 9mm.
Going from a 45 with virtually no recoil anyway to a 9, it's going to be non-existent.
Yeah, the felt recoil, you know, it's going to feel significantly less.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing, because it's like you said, you've been used to the 45. You'll get once you hold the 9mm, you're going to really notice that huge change. And here's the thing, all you got to do is pop out these 3 pins, and you can actually swap the lower receivers and go from 45 to 9 and back and forth.
Oh, very cool.
So, and here's the thing, anyone who already owns a Vector, you don't have to be concerned about, oh no, you know, I have the old version, you know, I can't upgrade, like, you know, which is typical, let's say, with electronics. We're going to be able to offer upgrade services and for existing Vector owners. So if you buy one even in the next couple weeks, once we have it available anywhere between Q2 and Q3, you'll be able to get your Vector upgraded.
That's one thing I've been really happy with about you guys, is that you don't pigeonhole people to the original version and then make a bunch of changes and you got to go buy version 2, a whole nother gun to get those changes. Everything's very modular, you know, and you can buy one 2 years ago, have fun with it, and then when you want to upgrade it, bring it up to Gen 2 by just adding a few pieces, and that's really cool. So I think you guys are going to have a lot of happy customers because you're not sticking them with an older model. You know, you give them the options to upgrade however they see fit.
So one of the goals is to have more accessories and customization options, and that's why we had the stock adapter. I mean, although functionally the barrel shroud, you know, is basically just more for aesthetics, but to be able to offer different options for customers is what we really wanted to do, you know. And you know, the Vectors, of course, will still ship with the standard folding stock, but again, you know, for those who want options, just buy the stock adapter and stick on whatever stock you want.
Very cool, man. Well, thanks so much for the overview. I'm really looking forward to that 9mm. So when you guys get that thing out, give me a shout.
All right.
And stay tuned for the review on that, because that's going to be a lot of fun, guys.